Why do you think, as a nation, we remain so obsessed with period drama, and particularly Downton?
I really don't know. It's a real mystery to us all, and I know I always loved watching it as a child, and it's a bit of a dream come true to be part of that world now. I think it's just something that we do very well, and certainly what Julian's created is something that is sort of a chance to show a different era and something that Julian knows a lot about, and yet tell it in a way that is a fun sort of hours worth of drama and twists and turns and comedy, you know. I mean, Maggie is so funny this year, I can't tell you. So that's, I think, our appeal.
Edith's been on such an incredible journey since the start of Downton. Where does season 5 find her?
Well, so she's got her daughter back and she's living on this estate, on the Downton estate, but with another family. So that's been kept a secret from everyone. So Edith's trying to be part of her life and in some way forge a relationship as a mother whilst just keeping that a secret, really. So, yeah, tricky times for Edith. I think you just kind of have to approach the character in the same way you would anything, and just sort of play the truth of the situation, really, and look for that. And it's more down to Julian and to his writing and sort of the opportunities he gives her as a character and me as an actress. And I feel very lucky. I think it's been really fun to explore Edith as a journalist and now as a mother, and a mother who's had to slightly fight against what everyone expects of her in order to have some role in her child's life. So yeah, I mean, you'll see how it all develops in this year, and it's tricky, but I love that Edith is, you know, she's a fighter.
You've always got great new additions. Can you talk about the new faces and what it was like working with them?
Yeah, lovely Richard E. Grant and Anna Chancellor. You'll see them on Sunday, I think. And yeah, they were fantastic, really good fun, and it's always sort of mind-blowing when you sort of see people that you've grown up with watching and have them on set. And yeah, I'm in love with Anna Chancellor. I'm in love with her.
I mean, we've lost some characters as we've gone along. Is there anyone you've especially missed this season and kind of wished that you could have back?
All of them. But you know, we're all still very close. You know, we really are. And you know, so I keep in touch with Dan and Jess and Siobhan, and you know, we miss them, but we're still part of the same gang. Well, they can't. That will never change.
I mean, Joanne's storyline really provoked a lot of debate and discussion before. Do you think there's anything in this season that's going to have the same kind of impact?
I don't know. I mean, it's always a surprise to us when there's a controversy. I mean, there really is. So you'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see how it goes down.
Got a message for fans?
Enjoy the show, yeah. I hope you enjoy it. That's it.
What can we expect overall from season 5? What's in store for us?
Well, I think it's the season 5's the same formula as before, really. Sort of a romance upstairs and downstairs. Will Lady Mary find happiness? Will Lady Edith find happiness? Will Carson find happiness? Good God. We've moved into the 20s. Society's changing. Women are getting educated. All sorts of bizarre things that upset Carson no end because he wants the world to stay exactly the same. But I've only seen episode 1, but I think I know there's a lot of anticipation for it next Sunday night, and I think people are going to settle down and really enjoy it.
Do you think Carson remains one of the sort of the fixed points in the series? He's kind of quite immutable, really.
Yeah, he represents tradition. I mean, bless him, he's had to learn to cope with the telephone and the toasters, but he's managed that okay. But he represents stability, really. He's the guardian of the moral centre of the family, I think. Yeah, got lovely Sue Johnston coming in. I think that's no secret. It's great to be reunited with her. We did Brastoff together many years ago, which is very happy. And she's just slotted straight in. That's marvellous. Richard E. Grant came in. That was great. He sort of flew in and flew around and flew out. Any more? Oh, Anna Chancellor, fantastic. Oh, yeah, she was absolutely marvellous. I've been married to Anna in a past life, so it was a delight to have her as well. Well, the show has to reflect the change of the times, really. Although we're not historically, bound to anything, but society is changing, Downton's changing, and we have to cope with that. So that's part of the drama of it.
Got A message for fans before you leave us?
Enjoy the show, 9 o'clock Sunday night.
Well, it has all of the usual ingredients of drama, comedy, romance, some laugh-out-loud moments, and I hope some really interesting shocks and surprises and twists and turns like we've always had. That ultimately, the chemistry of those 20 or 25 characters all in that enclosed space, that will continue. There's a lot of stuff this year about secrets from your past and progress, and about how you adjust to the future. Well, a big shock to Robert Grantham and his family is the fact that we have the first Labour government at the beginning of the new season. So that is a very seismic change for, obviously people below stairs. Many of them think this is a great opportunity, and Robert and his family are sceptical and nervous about what it means for them. It's a big season again for Edith. It's a big season for Mary. Mary's got a lot of big decisions to make as well. But I think, I always say the show is about a very undemocratic time, but the drama is very democratic. It's very shared out between all of the characters. British audiences are very connected to history. We as British people, we live around history. We're quite comfortable with it. The difference with this show is it's fictional drama. It's original storytelling, which most costume drama on television has not been. And it's really a combination of modern, almost soapy storytelling, if you like, with all of the production value that we associate with this time. And I think that's the combination that's been fresh and that's worked. There are a number of guest characters coming in this year, like have arrived in previous years. We've announced actors like Sue Johnson and Richard E. Grant, Anna Chancellor. So some big new names coming in.
Is there one in particular amongst those that you're especially excited for fans to get a chance to see?
Oh, no, I wouldn't single anyone out in that sense. That we know there are a lot of actors who are fans of the show, and it's a pleasure when we hear about that. We've enjoyed everyone that's come and joined the show, whether they're in for a long time or whether they come in and out very quickly.
Fans are also very interested to know whether or not we are in fact going to be seeing Mr. George Clooney in a special. Is that actually happening, or is that just internet rumours?
I've heard that. So I've heard he might be there. So it's something to look forward to.
Do you think the show will ever come to a natural endpoint, or do you think it's something that will just run and run and run? Because people clearly love it here and all around the world.
All shows come to an end at some point, so it won't run and run forever. But this is season 5. I'm really delighted with this season, that we're in good health, so I don't think it's about to end imminently. The CTBF approached us with the idea of this charity preview, which could be a good a fundraising event for a very good cause, and we didn't have any other plans in terms of a public showing of the first episode. So delighted to try and help bring attention to the fund and the good work that they do, and perhaps this relationship can go further.
How has life changed, particularly downstairs on this 5th season for Downton?
Well, we all have our different issues. I suppose my particular problem this season is the fact that I'm slightly in two minds about Daisy's education, which is quite a big part of the storyline for her. And I, on the one hand, she wants to support it, and on the other hand, she's kind of a bit peed off that her mind has gone elsewhere, because it has, and she gets a bit sniffy, frankly, about cooking. I mean, that won't do, will it? So that's the main kind of ruction in terms of being downstairs. Then Mrs. Patmore has a couple of other issues that go on beyond the house. Richard E. Grant popped in. We don't do a lot with him because he's a poshie, of course. But a very good friend of mine, Sue Johnston, arrived, and I've known her for nearly 40 years, and I've never worked with her ever. I was on Brookside, but not with her, and so that was glorious. And anyway, she's so bloody good, and you go, that's just fantastic for the show and for everybody. For the fans, enjoy it. Please enjoy it. I hope you do.